know how I do.
Let's get cracking!
Welcome everybody here to our first game of hopefully many that will be played out tonight for the Dota 2 Champions League. I'll be your host for the English live stream, Toby1, doing our 2 series from Europe and then doing our 2 series also from the USA division. So streaming all the way through the night, roughly 3 AM CEST. So if you do have your stamina and you can keep up with us all, let's get ourselves into it. Game number 1's already underway, and a man who is going to have some kind of stamina, maybe not just with me, but he can play a lot of Dota and other things over long periods of time. It's my co-caster, Bulba. Welcome to the broadcast.
What the hell, Toby? You're already throwing innuendo jokes.
Hey, I don't know where my brain was going with that one, but I don't. I've already been having a very funky day, so.
I know you have a lot of steps. Sorry, dude.
Sorry, what was that, Bulba? What was that?
I know you have a lot of stamina, Toby.
Thanks, Bulba. Thanks.
Sorry for that detracting us. Anyways, another day, another time, another cast with my lovely friend, Toby1.
Yeah, it's been a while, man. You've been casting a lot more with Capitalist than myself of recent.
Yeah, I'll just see ESL New York game. I'm like, oh, Capitalist casting. Let me go join and clown around with him. That's pretty fun. It's not something I plan. I'm just like, oh, this game's going on. I'm gonna watch the game anyways. I might as well just.
That's true. Like literally 2 minutes before the starting time, Bulba sent me a message saying, "I'll join you. I'll join you." And that's how it all happened. And the story of now has arrived.
We were supposed to practice today, but I think 2 people are busy, so just was gonna watch the games anyways.
They're too busy drowning their sorrows over the patch from last night.
Oh man, what a patch! Dota 3.
I hate it. I hate it with a full passion.
Well, now you can get some Dota 2, some DP Razor, the classic.
For how long? Is this almost like the next few days is a testament to what can still be played?
Oh, my thing, like if we want to go into some sidetrack, is I was talking a bit to AUI earlier today, and like we're just looking at the gold and experience changes, how they are impacted, and it's actually insane how if you think about it, it's you're punished right now for having an advantage, because the gold and experience you gain for kills is based on team net worths, and that's never been like that in Dota ever. Like Dota is never a game that was like when you get a kill, the net worth of your team and the net worth of the other team and the experience of the team and the experience of your team was never ever accounted for. You know, like a kill is a kill. It's based on your level and their level, and that's all it was. And now it's all these. It's like all this other stuff, and it's just weird because it's like it's so much easier to make comebacks now, kind of, and it's harder to snowball games necessarily as well. So just different like Dota stuff. It's like a whole different game because if you're up 10k net worth, like we did some math, it was kind of probably shitty math, but like if you're up 10k net worth in a game, and the enemy team that's down 10k net worth gets a solo, like one of their heroes gets a solo kill on like the carry of the 10k net worth team, he gets like 900 gold or some shit like that. Actually insane.
What is that? That makes no sense.
Yeah. So it's insane.
Oh man. I'm gonna ask you to do a quick thing, man, and just either unplug, replug your microphone, or take your microphone a little bit further away from your face. You're just distorting up a little bit when you try and talk.
Okay, let me plug it in and plug it up.
Alright, awesome, man. Awesome. Meanwhile, in this current version of Dota 2, which is on its last legs, we'll be looking at our ban pool already coming up. So the Drow Ranger being banned out first against Cloud9, not allowing them to get their combination they do enjoy. The Batrider will also be removed. In with the Enigma, faces forward Lycan. Nothing really unusual about that with these two teams playing up against each other. The Doombringer early pick up here by Fnatic with the Razor in combination, while Nature's Prophet enjoying his last moment before his trees get completely and utterly destroyed. Being played up here in the second position with the Death Prophet. So potential for early pushing is there for Cloud9, not to mention some good global control also coming out. And how are you now sounding, Bulba?
Is this better?
That's a lot. That's a lot better.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Wonderful.
Anyways,
10 seconds remaining.
yeah. So, who was first pick again? Let's see. Looks like
first pick
Fnatic
was
were first pick.
Yeah, they banned the throw at the first of everything.
Okay. So they took Razor Doom. Razor Doom's an opening. It's actually a quite good opening. It's Razor's kind of like counter, like both heroes similar as well, because Razor's a very really good like overall hero. He's good in all stages of the game. It's kind of like the perfect Dota hero if you think about it. And Doom is one of those heroes. He has his weak points, but mid to late game, it's this hero you can chill with. You know, like this Doom hero, you can just chill with this hero. You don't have to force many things, and you can play many different ways. You can send him to any lane. He can even be support. I've seen Hani run support Doom several times, and he's just like one of those good heroes to have. Meanwhile, Cloud9 takes the double Furion the double Prophet opening, the Death Prophet and Nature's Prophet opening. And this opening is really strong as well, because it opens up a lot of possibilities for the laning phases. I mean, you can send Furion any lane. Both these heroes are really good, strong in the lane, and both these heroes are really good at pushing and taking objectives. So,
which is exactly what Cloud9 normally look for: win in lanes, win in push, and you win overall. But you are right about the Fnatic lineup. They can just hold back, even if Doombringer does get pressured. If you can get to still a decently timed hand of Midas, you can just keep farming up. With Devour as well as Midas, you can get restricted in, but you still find a lot of cash. The only thing I'm worried about, though, is when you go for the opening of Doom and Razor, don't you kind of make your lanes a little bit weaker? Like, I know Razor is an all-around great Dota hero, like, wonderful counter push with Plasma Field. He's great for attacking later on. But the Doombringer kind of, like, locks you into this. We let you set the terms of the engagement with just those first two, because I see it a lot. Do you not want to have a hero which is at least like a I don't want to say a space creator, but a person that lets you decide when the initiation happens?
Turn to pick.
The thing about this opening is, like, Secret runs this opening quite a bit. I know Puppy loves this opening. They actually ran it in the second game against Navi. By the way, Bible Thump that game. That's a sad game.
Did you see the announcement from D2CL today?
Oh, I didn't. I haven't checked it.
They put a notice out, so if you want to go read it, you can go to d2cl.org. The announcement was over there. But it was a statement about the DDoS attacks.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, I will quote this: the D2CL administration is sympathetic of DDoS attacks on several players. Despite that, it is not the players who are the ones to blame for DDoS attacks. They are still responsible for the match disruption in a way. If they are not able to conceal their IP addresses, and the manager should provide reserve internet connections for the players, which is actually 100% true. And that thing happened with the ESL game last night that you were talking about, where we're almost going to postpone the second game. But it does come down to the players having to protect themselves against DDoS.
Yeah.
And if you can't field a five-team roster with people getting DDoSed, then either find protection for those players or find two other people that can come in and stand in for those players. That's kind of what it's like.
Yeah,
you're not going to cancel like your biggest football match in the world just because one of your players, like a fan, came up and cracked him on the leg, and now he can't run. I'm not saying like that fan shouldn't be punished. In fact, may all DDoSers burn in hell. But you still have to understand you got to field a team. That's what it comes down to. But yeah, that was it. I just get that one out.
10
it's a bit annoying. I guess a bit sad as well. But oh well. Time to play some Dota.
Yeah, that it is, man. Rubik pickup by Fnatic.
Yeah, it's quite good. Rubik is one of the better heroes versus Earthshaker. And I know VG as well. They used to like running Rubik versus Death Prophet as well, because you can steal this instant cast nuke. Rubik can steal the first nuke for DP as well as stealing the ultimate. And based on I'm not entirely sure on this. I'm sure someone, but I think Rubik, if he steals the ultimate, he also steals the witchcraft. He gets the witchcraft bonuses from the ultimate. So I'm not entirely sure on that, but
I know that you steal the same status of the old one, or at least you used to. Then there was the rework where like you wouldn't steal the Aghanims upgrade. I think that actually happened at one point. No, that was when I was corrected about that. Because I always thought like Rubik would steal it. If you already had the Aghanims upgrade, then you would take what he had. But that's not the case.
No, they changed that lately, but I don't know for sure if you steal the passive from Witchcraft. This is a very special hero because this DP hero, you have a spell on the hero that buffs the other spells on the hero. So I'm pretty sure you steal the Witchcraft's bonuses as well. And then Centaur pickup from Fnatic.
Yep. I think you're right about that, man. As a big Rubik fan myself, I played non-stop through the Staff Cups, nothing but Rubik. But yeah, you steal the status of the ability. So what buffs it up, you also take that if it's another ability.
Yeah.
So yeah, you should be stealing like the max Death Prophet ultimate. The problem is though, as a Rubik, you're not going to walk in point blank range with the Exorcism and attack with it. So you might have it, but you can't really do a hell of a lot with it unless you're really tanky and can stay on the front lines.
Yeah. But it's overall, and also they picked it also probably because they're a Shaker, and it's just a good setup spell. I feel with this Razor hero, you can pick any support with this Razor. Like I saw yesterday versus Na'Vi, Puppey actually picked a Doom support as well as a Nyx support, and they could do that because they had a safe lane Razor. And with the safe lane Razor, it enables this Razor 1v1 matchups. He will always win, like in this 1v1 matchups on, especially in the side lane, because of how the second spell works on him, where he steals the damage, and he has good stats and he has good movement speed. So this allows you to take advantage of that and pick greedy supports as well. I saw... So right now it's Fnatic. You don't know for sure what their lanes are. This opening, these two heroes that Cloud9 have, though, is quite strong. This Rasta Shaker opening. In these tournaments, these Chinese tournaments, like VG, I know they used to love this, but lately the Chinese team stopped picking this opening, this Rasta Shaker, because it's quite vulnerable in the early stages. But if you pick it in the later stages of the draft, it's good because the other team can't just randomly pick something to, take advantage of it. I think Cloud9 picked these two heroes because the other team has a Rubik, and Rubik is not that good at punishing the enemy team. So, and they took a Luna. So they have, look at their lineup, Toby. They have Rasta, Luna, Death Prophet, Furion.
I don't think MV's wanting to waste any kind of time tonight. There's a lot of games to be played. They've got 4 of them, in fact, to play tonight. I think he wants a quick win, so you can just move on to the next game.
Who do they play next?
They play Empire next. The game from last night was postponed to tonight.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
cool.
It was done after our attacks last night. So it looks like it's actually gonna be a core Doombringer with Lefrak coming in for Fnatic.
Yeah. Usually when you see Rubik, you only see. There's not many supports that they pick with the Rubik. I see Rubik Skywrath occasionally. I see Rubik Leshrak. There's not that many other support duos with Rubik. And then there's the whole Alliance Rubik Chen stuff, Rubik Enchantress. But Rubik is a support hero. He needs damage with him on the other support because he lacks damage, right? He has this instant cast telekinesis, but without getting levels, he does no damage early game. He just has the spells and he has the right clicks. So with this Leshrak, you can set up the stun. And it's right now I think Fnatic, their entire the way they're going to win this game depends a lot on this Rubik and this Leshrak. How they do.
If they don't get early levels, like I'm with you on the whole, he needs to have the extra damage with him. Like Leshrak needs to basically, I'm going to say, max up lightning as quick as he possibly can. Because the army which Cloud9 are going to be bringing towards the towers, if there's any kind of meat shields that allow Cloud9 to stay in close, then they're in trouble. With a Feybolt as well as lightning damage, you can get rid of probably most of the army of the trees. And that at least gives some fear into like players like Aoi 2000 running around with 511 life points. There's not really a lot to write home about.
It depends as well. I mean, like, you're going aggressive tri-lane on Fnatic. Yeah, okay. Like I said, this Rasta Shaker opening, with these Rasta Shaker, these two supports, you have to punish them, because if you just give them free levels, they're just going to run over you, because Shaker is a very good hero. If he can get some, he's really good at even without levels and farm. Like, he's just protection, and Rasta is like the ultimate support hero, where if he gets free levels, it's just really hard to win the game, because he's always, one Rasta word is always going to guarantee a tower, you know? Like,
yep.
You get level 6 on this Rasta, you boost him up. Usually you see teams give the Rasta lane at some point to get level 6. You saw several teams do that. You saw, like, all the Chinese teams do that at some point. And he needs that, because it's very hard to get level 6 just off pulls right now. So he needs a lane eventually. So Fnatic needs to stop this Rasta from just getting this free level 6. And it's AOI. You know more than I that this guy loves, you know, getting his farm and levels up, you know? Like,
Yeah.
This guy makes Pilot die by all the wards.
I think Aoi is happy that Paladai and himself have this bit of an agreement. Aoi will take all the farm inside the jungle, and Paladai can take all the farm of the heroes, as long as they both get money.
Or Paladai can give all the farm to other heroes by dying.
Yes. It can go either way, man. It can go either way with Paladai. I got a confirmation as well from Nahas for you. So for information, if a spell has an associated scaling effect, like Soul of Requiem, Souls for Requiem of Souls, Lucent Beam scaling for Luna's Eclipse, or levels of Witchcraft for Death Prophet's ulti, Rubik steals a static copy of the scaling effect. So basically, yes, he steals the Witchcraft levels at the same time he steals the ultimate, if there's a scaling effect.
Oh, okay. So that's good. Yeah. So Rubik is a good hero versus... I mean, obviously, it's DP shouldn't really give up the spell as well. He should use the nuke right after the ultimate, but you can steal the spell. Also, he can't tank that well. I want to see how this tri-lane does, because this game is going to depend a lot on this tri-lane.
Yeah. I'm noticing Envy. It's... I'm going to question this in a moment after Come With Me comes in. He's going to go for the telekinesis straight away. Aoi's already leveled up Shock with the fissure. Perfectly on from Pilot. The Hoofstomp's going to let them set up for the Leshrac follow-up stun, and Eternal Envy will go down.
Yeah. That was actually a really good fissure by Pied, because he did the good thing is when Rubik lifts the hero, you know that the Leshrac's going to stun, so he automatically had the fissure on the Leshrac, but the problem is Handi got his stun off. And then Trixie got his stun off. So they have two of these really strong stuns in this lane that are going to help this Fnatic tri-lane. And getting the first split, especially in the aggressive tri-lane, is really big. So
you notice what they do though while Eternal Envy is away. So okay, so Envy died. It happened. In fact, it happens a lot recently in the games I cast of him. But Aoi 2000 is almost level 3 now because of this. So you talk about like the quick levels over on a Shadow Shaman. So they got themselves a kill over on the Luna. But are they really going to control up Eternal Envy? And are they really going to stop that injection of money? They can come to middle lane and do what they're going to do, which is like Fader being picked up, stunned up. There's follow-up burst damage with the Plaster Field. And they just turn around. Bone7 TP'd himself into this. The Rubik ran away to safety with 70 life points. And Bone7 will be forced back out again. But then again, Trixie! He came in range of the tower. He took the attack. And now for some reason, Matum is deciding to try and battle up against Bone7 as well. So it ends up being a 1-for-1 trade-off in the middle lane. And a rather large injection of experience and gold coming into Bone7. He's now up at level 4.5.
Yeah, but it goes both ways because he also ditched his lane top, so Boogie's gonna have some free levels. But if you look at the CS, Bone7 was actually crushing the Doom 1v1. Like, this wasn't a close matchup. Like, this is Doom with getting 3 free CS because Bone7 is gone. Bone was 11-6 when the Doom was 5-0. So that's actually, he was getting owned in this lane. And Bone7 is actually a really good laner. The most offlaners, I feel like the laning isn't as good. But Bone7 is one of those offlaners that practices his like laning a lot, especially with Envy and
there's a mid lane gank coming in. Bone7's TP'd in again with the shackles over on Aoi. He's just going to get this kill over on the Razor. In fact, they give it to Fader as a Death Prophet. So now Fader, if he wants to, in fact he does do so, it's a 3-minute bottle coming in for him. While on the bottom lane, the Fissure trying to buy space for Eternal Envy, but not enough of it. Looks like their combination will strike again. And Paradise Fissure unable to save Envy for the second time now.
Yeah. So this, right now, looks like Bone is just acting kind of as lane to help participate in kills, and that's how he plays this Furion. If you already look at his items, he has the 2 nulls, and with the 2 nulls, he does 80 damage at 3 minutes and 40 seconds. 80 damage in right clicks. It's actually insane. And look at AUI. AUI ditched the tri-lane bottom, because once Envy died level 1, he kind of knew in his head that they can't really do anything in this versus tri-lane, Rubik, Leshrac, and Centaur. So he's going to go around roam on the other lanes. And look at Boogie right now. He's, or Matum Banan.
Yeah.
AUI waited for nighttime, I think, and he's gonna maybe go for a play right now. But the problem is the Loive is getting pushed into the Razors, so he's near the tower, so AUI can't really kill him at the tower.
Yeah.
If they kill the Razor, I think they need the Fear on TP as well. But AUI is gonna make a move there. But look at the ward here. There's a ward here that the Doom placed, so he has vision of the Rasta.
Which means Doombringer, well, I could say in a way he might be safe, but with an army of treants from Bone7, it wouldn't stop him from diving under the tower for Boogie. But he'd at least know if Aoi's going to rotate himself around. In fact, Aoi he's trying to cut away through the tree line. In fact, I say try to. He succeeded.
Bottom.
They're having another go at Envy. They threw him on the other side of the Fissure, which means he's in range for the double edge. Well, up on top lane, they are diving finally on Boogie. Now he's going to go into the Scorched Earth. There's boots over on Aoi 2000, and he's trying to get past the army of Treant so he can get the Shackle off. Now he can do so, but with extra TPs coming in, he doesn't want to do it. The Rubik as well as the Lashraka coming in, and Boogie, oh, the Wall Stomp! He whiffed it over on the creep wave, catching 3 melee heroes only, and Come With Me unable to reach the Cloud9 players back at the tower.
I felt this Doom misplayed that really badly. Like, I felt this, if this Doom played this well right there, whatever happened, they could have totally just changed this, like, they could have had a huge lead, because he has Scorched Earth on level 3 with Swiftness Aura. Like, or I guess that doesn't matter that much, but it has the War Stomp on me, sorry.
Mid lane, they got Sprout and Razor. He doesn't have Tangos, but Bone 7 will summon an army of trees. Bone 7! Too much damage to the tower. At the same time, Fader triggers off his Exorcism, and they're going to force the tower in the mid lane. Eternal Envy also rotated in to help out with this, and now Aoi shows his face again.
Envy rotated because he assumed he can't really do anything bottom. But top lane, I felt that they should have been able to get at least 1 kill with the Doom War Stomp. But he misplayed that quite a bit. And then Rubik's rotating in mid. It's going to be fine though.
Yeah, there's no steal. It's just Fey bottom Plasma Field to try and force him back, which is unsuccessful as. Still Fahani on this off lane, considering it's a 1-0-2 Centaur, and they have quite severely dominated this off lane. He's still only 18 for 5 as the Centaur. This Blink Dagger's not coming at a fast rate. And they're watching, in fact, well, he's watching them. They're both watching each other with Observer Wards.
Sure, there's like a congregation of heroes here. At the rune spot. Is this the new patch? Kidding.
Please don't make me feel sad, Bulba. Please don't make me feel sad.
Feel happy for change, Toby.
No, dude, I'm an old man. I'm stubborn in my ways. I do not like change. And if you make change, you have to really sell to me that this change is worthwhile. What I would have liked to actually see is a graph or some kind of infographic coming out from Valve saying why they made these changes in these areas. This allows for this. This allows for that. Would have been a hell of a lot better for me to accept the change if I could understand the logic of what they do. But no logic is ever granted, no process of thought's ever granted, so I sit here with my assumptions.
Has there ever been like that?
There has never been anything like that, but it would be nice if communication could be a higher level.
I guess.
But
I mean, we can't. We just have to go through with it, dude. I'm sorry. Change is good.
Yeah, we have to accept the fact that at any point our game can be 100% changed from something into something else. We have to accept this.
Yeah. It's like a relationship, you know.
No, in a relationship, there's a two-way communication, man. Trixie's in a lot of trouble. There's a fissure coming out from Pyle Die, and Trixie's got 1 tango. He actually stuns up Bone 7, then the Lightning, the Centaur ulti, but then Wrath of Nature will also be triggered. Over on the 3 heroes, Come With Me. He runs in, it's going to stun up Bone 7 with the telekinesis drop down. The Doom as well being triggered. At the same time, Razor's getting picked up on the other lane. Fader on his way over with a Crypt Swarm. The Exorcism will come in range of Come With Me, giving Fader a double kill now. And try and chase down more. Nature's Prophet TPing in front. He needs to block him with a Sprout to hold Hani in position to allow the Exorcism to reach him. There's no creeps. Actually, there is. It's a Hellbear on the side, but it doesn't get the fatal damage over to him. And Boogie still on the run. A new army of trees being summoned, and Boogie gonna die behind. One more attack. There it is through the tree line. Fader will pick himself up another kill. The separation of time means he won't get himself a triple kill for that. And then Martum coming up towards the top lane. I'm not as certain about this either. Aoi's got Shackle as well as Hex, but they couldn't get the trees in front of him to body block. So they'll attack onto the top tower.
So this is that was just so unlucky for Fnatic, because they actually made a really good play there. Hani made a really good rotation, but DP had a haste rune. And when the enemy team Death Prophet has a haste rune on his ultimate up, you run, dude. And you can't run. You can't outrun him. Like, this hero with the haste rune, it's impossible to run away from these spirits. So it was inevitable that those 2 heroes are going to die, especially with the Bone 7 buyout. So at least they cost the buyout there.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, you've just managed to flood a huge amount of money into a Death Prophet who's going to have a Yule Scepter coming up very, very soon. Yeah. And that's probably scarier right now for Fnatic. Because really, what do they have to control the Death Prophet? If you're going to use Ultimate over on her, then you've still got other heroes which move around freely. I would have said like Eternal Envy, would then be a nice choice because he can move around very freely, but he's got no farm as well.
No. But he doesn't... Envy, he plays with Luna, he's playing it kind of like his Bone Clinks. It doesn't He's just going around making space because he got so owned on this bottom lane by this aggressive tri-laning. He's moving around too much. So, and also look at mid lane. They're actually giving the Rasta level 6.
Yeah.
They're trying to give him level 6. So, this is actually a really good game right now for Cloud9. They're, I'm pretty sure they're confident in this game because this Death Prophet hero, if Fnatic doesn't get a blink and a Doom off initiate on this DP hero, like, it's very hard for them to fight into these heroes. Leshrac, Leshrac, he's not a tanky hero, Toby. He has 600 HP, 4 armor. He has barely items. He's 0 and 4 right now in this game. I don't see any big item coming out from him. He's just going to be food for the Cloud9 heroes. 1 Fisher, 1 Luna nuke, 1 DP nuke, he's dead. So
I think DP is considering pushing up this middle lane. The center ult is going to be triggered. I don't think it's meant to be for bottom lane, but Paradise Fissure is keeping out both Come With Me as well as Boogie from that lane. And they did rotate down for that. They were searching for a kill. And so now with center ulti down, Fate is Exorcism back off cooldown. And Eternal Envy funding farm on bottom lane, adding some pressure there. They may try and force a little bit more. Paradise going to walk up to Come With Me. The pickup will be there, and they just doom him. Straight away doom him. Envy's going to stick with him. And just try and be there for the last moment. There's a elusive beam, however, which means Come With Me will ensure the last hit. While in middle lane, Fader's ulti's already gone. They've brought down the tower, and Martum's going to make his way in. Now, there's Hexes and Shackles still available here for Aoi. And, well, yep, another haste rune. Fader's away, and Aoi with the shock damage. The catapult is attacking him. Also with Bone 7 TPing in, Trixie, he's locked in a corner here with Bone 7 and nowhere to go. While Aoi 2000, Hardy tried to chase him, he wafted the hoof stomp. And Come With Me's out of mana. Paradise does have a fissure available, but he won't be able to get himself at range to affect Come With Me or Hardy.
That exchange was really good for Cloud9 because they got the mid tower, and Ross is very close to level 6, and they killed the Razor and the Leshrac. So even though DP died, it doesn't really matter because that made so much. And Bone 7 actually got a kill, so Bone 7's very close to the Blade Mail right now. Doom finally got his blink, so this blink dagger, this Doom is gonna have to do a lot. Like they have, if you look at the heroes on Fnatic, they kind of have 2 heroes that do the similar thing right now because this Doom has Blink Stomp as well as the Centaur. Actually, Centaur's still farming the Blink Stomp, but they're gonna have 2 heroes with this Initiate, with this Blink and the Stomp, and as well as Stampede. They need to, once they get these 2 Blink Daggers, they need to play really well with these 2 heroes, I feel like. They need to make some action on the map with these 2 heroes. They need to maybe coordinate the fights really well. Like, one hero baits one spell, the other hero counter initiates, then you have Stampede. You know, they have to think about how they're going to team fight before they actually team fight. Because how they team fight is going to decide whether they win. Because Cloud9 can just get level 6 on Rasta and they can just go 5-man towers and they don't really care. But Fnatic is the team right now that needs to outplay the enemy team with their heroes.
They actually have that level 6 over on Shaman now. He went to the top lane and got it up, so they could be looking to push up the top lane, but the gank gets prepped. And then again, they bring more support over. Fade is going to move in, and then center ulti, but Trixie might be really sad about this. Mass 7 wants from Aoi, being put in a very defensive position. They bring down Leshrac in the tree line, and now Fader moves over. Come With Me is really isolated here. The nice fissure coming out from Come With Me, of all people, is looking to hold him out. The Sprout will come down. He gets 1 Fable off him quickly. Bone 7 not too healthy. Aoi still hiding in the tree line here, next to his own walls. Bone 7 being brought down by Matsum. Has Come With Me away on 23 life points. Aoi, oh no!
Holy shit, Come With
Me got the fissure off on 13 life points, and he's going to survive. The trees cannot catch up to him, while Envy dies in the bottom lane, solid up to the Doom. Come With Me will get out of here safely.
Come With Me, dude. Like, I was just talking about outplaying. He just played that team fight so well if you watch how his hero played. Wow, and he's gonna go suicide. Or sorry, he's gonna go back to his base and he's gonna have his Blink Dagger soon. Like, that was actually such a, oh my god, that was actually such well played by him. He stole a really good spell.
Aoi really thought he was safe up there. What he didn't realize was the Observer Wall was still sitting up on top of the hill. So because of that, Come With Me had perfect vision of Aoi's movement at that last point.
Yeah. It's really well played by him.
Well, that's
he's 6-1 and 5. He's playing really well in this remake. This is some FY shit right now, so.
We'll see if we can keep it up, however. We have to remember the amount of DPS which is capable of coming up from this Cloud9 lineup. And now you got a Yule Scepter over on the Death Prophet, so a little bit of extra stability for that. And really, Cloud9, it felt like they were diving in past the Fnatic lineup without actually dealing with the ones they were going past. Like, for some reason, we had both Rubik and Leshrac on the other side of the team fight, controlling up heroes. Well, they were still trying to search for the other cores, and Doom wasn't even involved in that.
Dire's top tower
Like,
is under
neither
attack.
the Doom or the Luna were involved in that.
Yeah, and Doom actually killed the Luna. That's the big thing there. It's
structures are fortified.
whatever happened there. Look at the gold lead. Cloud9 was doing really well before that.
Dire's
Now
top
Fnatic
tower
got
has fallen.
a lot of games because these heroes on Fnatic, like, they want experience, Toby. They don't need these, like, the early towers are a bonus, but these heroes need the experience. Doom needs levels. Centaur needs levels. Like, all these heroes on Fnatic need levels. So I'm actually
They're
gonna go
jumping.
on.
They're coming in for Fader. Pieliedie is here, though. He'll throw down his own fissure. While Teleki just throw it back on a Fader. He's very, very low. Pieliedie cannot get himself in range to get the denial off, but they had the Wrath of Nature to help kill off Come With Me, so a good streak being taken out by the Prophet. Now Centaur, double hoof stomp, didn't double edge on Pieliedie. He went for Envy instead, trying to follow him for the extra kill. Pieliedie trying to juke him around the tree line. Successful so far. The stun on to Bone 7, but Bone 7 able to get himself a triple kill. That Blade Mail coming in, or Blade Mail coming in just at the right time. He'll sprout over to Hani, which means some basic attacks, a little bit of return damage. He does have a TP available, so if he wants to get in front of him, he can easily do so. And Hani now going to run down south. He saw it coming, jukes, and then blinks up, but he turned on the Blade Mail. An ultra kill for Bone 7. He kills himself.
What the fuck?
Radiant's bottom
What
tower
the
is
fuck?
under
A
attack.
moment of silence for that dude. What the hell? What the fuck, dude? That was the funniest shit, dude.
That's
Holy
probably
shit.
going to be the greatest and most effective pickup of Blade Mail I've seen in a very, very long time from any hero.
Okay, that was actually pretty funny. The entire team fight was just actually hilarious. What happened?
They're turning him in now into a full damage dealer. So with a double nod talisman, the Blade Mail, he picks up the Mithril Hammer for now. It won't be long until the Maelstrom's being completed. And Envy, well, again, he seems to be following the same suit as I saw from his draw range the other night. Then again with maybe some revenge kills. Fader, the exits him, Come With Me, he's able to run away from it. 7 life points he survives on. 7 life points. And they got Fader's ulti to be triggered.
Dire's top tower is
Yeah,
under
they're
attack.
he ran away from
Prophet.
twice.
Where are you going, man? He has the observer while just watching the movement. That's the reason why I was looking for him then. He could technically just TP himself in and then TP out, but Trixie's staying with him. He's staying with him to the end.
That was like the second time Come With Me got away with such low
Dire's
HP.
middle
He's
tower
playing
is
really
under
well right
attack.
now. And I don't know, like, he just keeps dying. He's 1-6. I don't think he's... I feel he's playing a bit too cocky. He's showing himself on the map when everyone else is showing. He's getting caught by kind of obvious ganks, I feel. I feel he should be playing a bit more passive, but he's definitely costing Cloud9 right now a game I felt they should have had a good start in. And Envy's a really good player. He knows what he's doing about the game. If anything, he's someone who thinks more than anyone else about the game. But just... I feel he can be playing a bit more passive, you know? He shouldn't be giving all these kills away to this Fnatic team. He's getting solo pick off by the Doom, I think twice. Looks like Fnatic's actually going to be making a solo play, smoke to the enemy jungle, but Cloud9 kind of fear that, so AO is going to TP bottom and they're going to go take bottom tower. It's quite low. I don't even think they need roster wards for this. So
They shouldn't, but if they get some momentum behind it, I say momentum when you're going up against, like, okay, it's only the Doombringer and the little Shrike down here. While it is 4 points up in Lightning, which takes care of most of the creep wave's life points, they got a new one coming in. They've still got a catapult available, and they could just force out this tower. Okay, maybe they can't. This is becoming a little bit more problematic for them. The Breath of Nature's going to come in, some nice damage on a Boogie, and then the Blade Mail triggered as well. And Boogie, well, he's actually burning himself out at the moment. Bone 7 will survive. He might actually have to get denied up. He's got a lot of life points.
what was that by
Radiant's middle tower is under
Fnatic
attack.
there? I feel they should have sacked that
Radiant
tower.
structures are
Because in my
fortified.
opinion, they lose that tower, but they weren't really set up for defending that. Like,
You'll
was just a
Scepter.
bad engagement.
You'll Scepter from Fader. Gonna send that Razor up in the air. Pieliedie, Come With Me again! The loser beam mini stun and Pieliedie's gonna go down. The Eye of the Storm up from Razor. Pieliedie, Come With Me, making the greatest space he could. And Fader forced back the fissure, almost enough to bring him down to just below 200 life
Bottom
points.
tower is under attack.
Man, Come With Me is playing
Oh
a
my
great
God,
game.
dude,
And
Come With Me is actually playing insanely well. Holy shit. Like, the way he's using his hero. And they're actually going to go on Envy as well now?
yep, the Mana
Oh my
Serpent
God.
Wars might be down, but it doesn't stop from the kill. Rubik moved to that bottom lane. Now he's just TPing himself out. They're cutting their losses from this bottom lane. Things have gone horribly, horribly wrong over the last 5 minutes for Cloud9.
Yeah, this is some of the best Rubik play I've seen in a while. Like, the way he used these spells, especially mid engagement, he lifted the Earthshaker, he stole the spell at the right time, and then he TP bottom. Like, holy shit, he's actually playing out of his mind right now. This is probably the best I've ever seen him play.
It was that initial start. Like, he blinked himself in still at the Lucent Beam from Luna, so he used the mini stun, and then did the follow-up into the steal. So he had the initial stop, which actually cancelled off the fissure. That's why the Razor had space to, in fact, turn around and use all of his abilities.
Look at the Cloud9 lineup. Like, Bone is having a hard time. His shoulders are heavy right now. Like, he's doing a lot of lifting right now, dude.
At the same time, though,
now, like, Pi and Envy are not having a fun time.
I think we still have to take into account, though, that because Bone7 had such a great start, he can still dictate this game. The problems are going to be with the Blinking Centaur, Blinking Centaur ×2 with the Doombringer, as well as the Rubik. Like, getting caught out in the lanes is possible, but at the same time, he's walking around with double nulls, a Maelstrom, Blade Mail, as well as having 2.4k gold on this guy 20 minutes in. So the Prophet's quite capable of standing and fighting unless you bring 2 or 3 heroes to fight him on that lane when he does a split push. And Fnatic's split push is kind of shite.
Yeah. I mean, what you can see right now is this D2CL, you know, the LAN finals are in Bucharest, and look who's playing the best, the 2 Romanians.
No trouble getting...
And he's getting a kill top on AY.
Yep. Is he going to something to steal? He's got... Okay,
Oh my god!
He stole Ether Shock! He needed the damage before the TP out from Aoi. And he got it too.
Dire's bottom
I
tower
actually
is
don't think he had
under
enough for the Doombringer just basically attacking him.
I mean, Doombringer had the Scorched Earth on. I think probably even without that there. I'm not entirely sure. I have to rewatch that. It was just
if he would have had just enough life points to survive.
Yeah, without their but it's whatever. They kill the Ross. Like, the thing is, AY didn't lose that much gold there. That's the positive. He already has his Wing Dagger.
The downside is this Ruby's getting bigger and bigger. He's going to have like this never-ending mana pool shortly. He might be picking up a Yule Scepter of his own.
No, I'm afraid for this Razor. Look what item he just picked up.
It looks like he's... Alright, Doombringer's going on something. That's the middle lane. Fader trying to escape back out of here. And, well, that's not going to work for him. Now, however, Boogie trapped inside the spread underneath the tier 1 tower. The Echo Send from Pi a little bit off target. So Boogie's out to get himself a way to safety. And a good stun from Trixie. Buying some extra space there. And yep, Razor with the Plasma Field. But Bone7 turns on the Blade Mail and wants to try and find some nice return damage into a quad fissure. But the rest of C9 are already down for the count. They're going to push down the middle lane here, Fnatic. I don't know if they've really got enough to bring down the tower, but 2 points up an Edict. They could do some nice chip damage, but they've run out of their creep wave. There's nothing left for them apart from a catapult. And the Razor, is it really a problem for that? Like, are you saying it's problems for Cloud9 because he has full Ags?
Cloud9. He's level 16 Ags at 21 minutes, dude. It's insane. 21 minute level 16 Razor with Ags. Like, how do you beat this? Like,
right now Cloud9 can't. They can't.
Because not just that, Toby. They have Stampede for him as well. Like, if he ever gets in trouble, they just Stampede him away. They have a lot of counter initiate. And right now with this Axe, like, in my opinion, they just chill. They can chill for a bit and even just take this Roshan. And they farm up a BKB on him. They don't need to pressure right now. They could chill and they're gonna win every fight, in my opinion. Because as long as he pops his ulti out before the fight and he gets some cover with Stampede and with Doom, if they doom the right spells, if they use their spells on the right heroes, like. I don't see how Fnatic can really lose this game.
Do you like the Axe?
They're actually smoking. Look what they're doing. They're making the right play. They're smoking the Roshan.
Yeah, they needed something more. And with the Mass Serpent Wars, they can bring down Roshan quickly. They leave Aoi outside, but was that a ping just coming up from Fnatic? Saying they're all missing on the map. They're either ganking us or they're going for Roshan. But they can't get there in time. With both Exorcism and Mass Serpent Wars, they'll take the Aegis Immortal. And hilariously enough, they give it over to Eternal Envy. The man who's been dying left, right, and center. This is a 1-7-3 Luna.
Problem is DP isn't a really good Aegis hero because
she dies and then the Exorcism is gone.
Pointless. This Luna needs this Aegis because already Envy's not having a fun game. You know they need his BKB. Yeah. Maybe with this BKB they can afford a fight. But right now, look at the Doom. He's going the spill that I saw Hani go quite a while ago. Like this blink into Ags, and with this blink into Ags, he can solo kill everyone. I think he's gonna go solo kill Bone right now. Yep.
Hove Stomp, Doom, and there's nothing Bone7 can do about it because he can't run, so he realizes it. He just stands his ground, tries to fight, and well, Doombringer had his work cut out from a little bit on that fight.
Yeah, but he got level 16 off that. He's gonna have his BKB soon. Yeah, this build is actually quite good at getting pickoffs. Is if he can just doom the right target in the fight. If he can get a blink doom off on the Death Prophet before Death Prophet uses Exorcism, they're auto win these.
Come with me. He's initiating on an Envy. There's a lot of support behind him, however. With Lucent Beam damage, Owie, he gets the Hex off. That'll actually hold Come with me in position long enough for finally Luna to end the dominating streak, getting 476 gold for that one. But Little Shrike was able to TP out while they were trying to kill off Come with me.
That was a bit cocky from Come with me, but look at bottom. They're actually going to get a tower. So even though Come with me died there, they got a tower exchange. The Razor got the tower, which is also really good. He got the kill for the tower. So he's up to 3.3k. He's 500 away from BKB. Fnatic's in a really good spot right now. They don't need to force anything with their heroes. Like they can just chill and they can farm. They're gonna win late game right now at this point. Like they have Doom, Death Prophet, and Centaur. Or sorry, they have Doom, Razor, Centaur. The other team, I think Cloud9 can win late game. Right now they have such an advantage lead on items. It's fine.
Yeah. Oh, they found one. They found Matum out of position. He was just trying to farm up inside the Radiant jungle, and then Owie with that Blink Dagger able to get himself in range for the Hex in time before the Razor can TP out. So now that's 67 seconds over on the sideline.
That was a big kill. That was 612 gold. They got 2 streaks right now. They got 1 streak for 576 gold. Yeah, and 1 streak for 600 gold. They basically got 1200 gold within the span of a minute. That was really bad from Fnatic. Because you know what, Toby, when you're like right now with how streak gold works, you don't want to play too cocky if you have too much of a streak, because the advantage of you getting maybe an extra wave of farm is not worth you maybe getting caught out of position or getting caught when you're split pushing, because the amount of gold they get from streaks is worth you pressuring their tower or something. So
this sentry ward with this kind of stuff, he threw a second one and he's going to see the death. He actually threw his sentry ward down after he saw the death of the other sentry ward on the site.
Yeah.
So 2 sentry wards worth of money just being blown over on the Radiant Ancients.
Yeah, that was a little bit of headway for Cloud9. They've come back somewhat into this game with those 2 kills. Like, I still don't know what Envy's doing right now.
Can I ask you something about Envy's build too? Because this happened at the very, very start, and I remember my old Dota teacher, back in the days when I was still a Padawan, teaching me about Dota, and he basically was always hammering into me saying, like, don't complete items like Wraithband at the very, very start. Don't compile all your items together. Keep them separate because you get more use out of your 6 inventory slots if you do such a thing. But Envy walked out to their bottom lane with a set of tangos and a full ring of Basilius. And I've seen him also walk up to the lanes with a Wraithband recipe inside of his stash as well.
He's a very greedy player. You know that more than me.
Fnatic, he's in trouble. Doombringer though with the BKB just jumps in the fissure. It holds Honey out. Now they'll both trigger off their BKBs. Envy's the man that's doomed up. And I think Cloud9 are kind of happy with this one because the Agency Mortal, it will now be triggered. They've lost. However, Bonus definitely will buy back and then TP back into this. And then the Eclipse with the amount of Soap Walls being dropped. It's just a Lucent Beam being stolen out by Come With Me. And the Prophet only will bounce through, killing off the Doombringer. Death Prophet is not healthy. 14 life points. Needs its exorcism to come to an end, but also needs to give the Crypt Swarm over to help kill off Hani, who was hexed up for a moment, and then Bone 7 picks up a double kill, and Fnatic throwing their lives away towards Cloud9. Faded now coming back up to half of his life points, and I don't think Cloud9 will stop here, man. They've got momentum. They're breaching high ground to tier 3 tower, and the only person left to defend is Come With Me with a Lucent Beam in hand. They'll get a Razor buyback. It's still not enough to stop them from doing chip damage to the tower.
This Razor and Doom just, there's inexperience showing, I feel like. They're making a lot of mistakes.
He's jumping out. Parlay die. Solo kill. And then 4-stars back up towards the high ground.
He's trying his hardest, man. He's actually trying his hardest to carry right now. It's Rubik.
Yeah.
But, I don't know what Fnatic was doing there, like, why they're fighting like that. They knew that Luna had Aegis. I feel they can just kind of avoid fights. They can maybe give some towers up, especially when the other team has Aegis. But like, they took such a bad fight because they doomed a Luna that had Aegis. The Razor sat and fought into DP ulti. Like, when you run into DP right next to him, like, one of the reasons DP is good versus Razor in the late game is because Razor needs to be close range for his ultimate to do damage, but DP is like, yo dude, you're close range with me, you're gonna take 1200 damage within the span of like 2 seconds, you know? And that's exactly what the Razor did. so he got bursted immediately. And they also lost like a lot of their map control with that.
Ooh, come with me. So. he's getting really aggressive here. He's like blinking himself over, force-stuffing, like having it up his sleeve. He's going to get himself back over the river. Plants down a nice aggressive observer walls to get perfect vision the farming of Fader.
Look at Envy's net worth. He's actually caught up just because they got those 2 towers, as well as that streak. If you remember, he got the streak on Come With Me.
Yeah.
600 gold. He got a lot of gold off that. So he's actually going to be close to his Manta somewhat soon. I mean, he just bought the Yasha. He's still quite a bit far away, but you know, Luna is one of those heroes that farms really fast, especially with his level 4 glaive. So let's if
especially
they can get
once they also
objective.
start breaching into the base. Like once that tier 3 tower goes down, those bouncing glaives take out every single Moonwell.
I feel that Fnatic giving up the Roshan like that, like I felt when no one was showing on the map from Cloud9, the only play that Cloud9 could have done is go for Sneak Roshan and go for some YOLO Smoke Gang play. I felt Fnatic immediately had to group up as 5 near the mid tier 2 and maybe go Scout Roshan or even go try and do Roshan because they had such an early advantage, you know, like they're able to do Roshan with their heroes. The problem is they didn't, and they gave Cloud9 this Aegis that let them win this fight top. Imagine if Cloud9 didn't have the Aegis on Luna. The Luna would have died there and they wouldn't have got the next objective. But the entire Aegis and then 2 people with streaks dying just let Cloud9 crawl back into this game.
Well, Cloud9 are going to try and push their way a little bit further into this game.
Look at the experience, by the way. Look at the experience graph. That tells us the tale of this game.
There's last little engagements and then flat lines. Even the goals coming back. And Cloud9, they're just forcing the tier 2 tower in a minute. There's a TP support coming in. Now Pardai's still here with a Blink Dagger too. Should know this one probably more than anything else at the moment. Because if they jump him up, well, Boogie does. Triggers the BKB. Envy lets the ultimate off and they bring down Kalmi. Hani warps the Horse Stomp. Doesn't find anybody with this. And then triggers the Centaur ultimate. He's not using his ultimate. Now in comes your Echo Slam. Trixie solo on life. They will get the kill out from this one. So 2 for the price of 1 at the moment. Hani retreating himself on low life after bonus 7 hits into him. But it's Eye of the Storm. Actually, the BKB. It wore off. They end up killing each other in the, on the high ground. But Fader still got the ulti up and running. Hani's got a Horse Stomp available. And the silence from Fader, catching him as the Hoofs were about to hit the deck. So he won't complete it off. The Doombringer will survive, but goes through an entire engagement without triggering the ultimate. They're almost losing the courier. 3 life points to drop down to. And gets itself away to safety.
Yeah, this game, even that fight, Fnatic had a really good shot at winning it because Aegis was down. But Doom didn't use his ultimate at all during that fight. I don't know what happened there. They were just like Fnatic was.
Maybe he's waiting for a certain target, but everything was used. Like you didn't stop Envy's Eclipse. Vader already had his ulti triggered as well. You'll Scepter up. The Mass Serpent Ward's going to bring down this tier 3 tower, and the BKB from Vader's being triggered. Trixie's trying to stick right with him to get that Earth Split sun up, but won't get it. And he actually managed to still pick up the gem of Kalmi, which wasn't actually picked up by Cloud9. Kalmi going to pick up, drag back. He ends up stealing Crypt Swarm, but silenced up for his troubles. Drops down to half-life, but unable to get the kill, but causing some problems for Cloud9.
Yep. I mean, with their heroes, how Razor and Doom work, as well as Centaur, they're still capable of coming back into this game. Just, it's sad to see how they've lost their complete like map control and dominance they had, because even though the gold wasn't that in favor of them, these heroes on Fnatic, all they need is experience to win the game. Like, when they have a 12k experience lead at 23 minutes, like, that's actually so big with their heroes. Like, Razor was level 16 at 21 minutes with Ags. Like, the Seek, like, if that was, I mean, I hate to say, if that was like Artesian Razor or whatever, like, this game would just be auto-won right now. But the experience of Fnatic's players, especially the mid player as well as the Doom player, it's showing. They're kind of so indecisive in their actions right now. They're questioning each other. I feel like they're playing so much under pressure. Like, they're questioning what they should do, these fights.
I hate to say, man, but this is a problem which hasn't been kept internally into Fnatic. And it's not just visible watching it here inside the game. Like, Hani tweeted out the other night after Fnatic kind of had, like, Game of Throws. I wish Dota 2 was a 1v1 game. And when you publicly say something like that about your own team, like, you are making it very, very obvious that there are some serious internal problems with this lineup.
I mean, it's not... I think it's just experience, because these guys are kind of new. Like, I never really heard about this Matum guy, but he actually plays really well. His individual skill is not that low. Like, he's actually really good player. I saw him play like his Ember Spirit, etc. I think it's just because this is a new team. Like they haven't even been playing together that long. They just need some more experience.
The Fidge is being thrown out. Come with me now. Going to get a pickup on him. He's got a Crib Swarm. Can't get him up on top of the hill, though. And Hani jumps in, but Pardai gets his stomp off first. Envy, he did get doomed up, but his BKB got before that. While Come With Me battling up inside the Mass Serpent Wards, and Bone 7 takes the high ground advantage. So again, Envy will die. The plasma field damage, and Martum from the high ground. Pardai with another Fissure, but Fader, he's got the better position. That Exorcism carving through first to Razor, then the Leshrank, and then moving over to Boogie. Eternal Envy has come back into this game. There's been a buyback from Aoi 2000 as well, and Boogie, he will drop right now on the run, but Bone 7's the man with a double kill. Fader is the man looking to end Hani's light points. The Exorcism right behind him, and there it is. It's a double kill for him. All of Fnatic are on the sidelines. There were buybacks coming out from both Luna and the Shaman for that, but it allows Cloud9 to ensure their kill either over Roshan. They're actually looking to take the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane too, and Bone 7's attacking in towards the mid. He can take the range racks right now. The buyback will come up from the Razor. Range racks? Range racks? Nope. Razor. Buybacks. The Eclipse. Envy. Yo, committal too high. The creep wave came out as well, and there was so many buybacks that got a tail out here, but Trixie, he's killing himself slightly with the stun. He actually does do so fully. Bone 7, the Sprout comes in. He stands his ground on 91 life points. He will get this kill on the Doombringer. They bring down the melee racks. Finally come on me. In through the rear. Brings down Bone 7, but he'll buy back into the game again. Looking to fight for another time, but they got the melee racks down. Instantly, Bone 7 moves to push out the top lane, and Fader, security first. BKB TP out to safety, all the way home and host.
They also gem that fight. Looks like with me is gonna try and make a Bone 7 top. How are they gonna get this? Bone has a sheep stick. Let's see if he reacts fast enough.
Pick up, throw it down, come with me, doesn't have a stun, and now we just, well, okay, screw most of it. He just wants to try and fight him. Come with me, just pushed himself back a little bit further, and now TP up. There's no Hoof Stomp, and the Hex is coming in from Aoi. He snipes off. He snipes off, come with me.
Too. They can kill the Earthshaker as well. If AUI is a man, he's gonna man up.
He's gonna get the shackle straight away, but he's right behind him. Blink Dagger 1 second, but the support coming in from Martum. They gotta get away. There's no Fissure available. Then again, they want to turn around. Fader now comes in. The Eul Scepter to start with. The Fissure, well, it will connect, but the BKB is able to protect the Razor from this. And then Fader wants to turn. He's got his ultimate up. The Centaur will go too. Bone 7 TP'd himself in, looking for the kill. Hexed over on the Razor, and this will be the death of the Razor. The Echo Slam from Pylai die right on top of the freshly spawned creep wave. And then Echo Slam stolen by Come With Me. It's still not going to be enough though. Bone 7 will survive. Fader's ulti will rip up this tier 3 tower and then progress into the racks with the help from the Mass Serpent Wards. Fnatic are about to be double raxed.
This is a really hard game for Fnatic. Like, this is one of those games when you know, like the games where you won the game, kind of like you just have a big advantage and then you lose.
Yep.
Those are the worst games. Like,
they had an over 12,000 experience advantage in this game, and now it's 11k the other way. Bone 7's in trouble. I think Fader's going to deny him up. A body block, deny him. Yep, boom, denied. And then they move over and start attacking onto Boogie. Bone 7 got really a little greedy. He tried to force out the tier 3 tower in the bottom lane while the other lanes were already being pushed in. But at this point, Roshan's already up. Cloud9 can go and pick that up, and or they can just end the game. Choice is theirs either way. With no Razor up, they probably do. Yeah, they just go high ground. Envy comes in close. The BKB from Hani will protect him. Pardai not looking too healthy there. But the tower's toast on bottom lane. And Boogie jumps in, becomes Centaur himself, and then BKB from Eternal Envy. Safety first before he can bring down the tower. The fortification will slow him down. And Trixie's not finding any real opening here. The creep wave will come in, and it's Cloud9. Okay, they are going to back up and leave the tier 3 tower the way it is.
Yeah. So that was just like I said earlier, you have these games that you're pretty sure you have such a big lead in. You just feel really good in the game, and then some things happen and you throw it away. Like, those are the worst games. Especially for the Rubik. The Rubik played really well this game. Like, Come-With-Me's on top of all the spell steals. Not just that, he was also buying the wards, and he was placing really good wards. He was protecting everyone, and then they had such a big advantage, and then everything, this whole like Roshan and this death here, that death here. And then remember there was that team fight as well, where they like, I think there was a team fight here, where they had like the Luna, like had the Aegis and they still went on the fight. That was like the end of the game, I feel, for Fnatic. So.
But they're holding on for now. Like they're trying to fight this further.
It's so hard to lose. It's so hard to lose when you're 2 racks up with Furion. Like,
yeah,
your lanes are always pushed.
But,
you can't really get any vision
Fnatic
out.
wouldn't be in this game unless they thought either buying time to think about game number 2, or they thought they could really win this.
I mean, they're hoping that like the Razor buy gets really farmed, really farmed. The Doom's gonna have to buy like a refresher.
Phone 7, he's gonna blink himself up. They're searching for Trixie. The Centaur ulti, at least able to evade the Wrath of Nature, running around in circles with the Blade Mail is up. And Trixie, well, there's at least Phone 7. He's gonna TP himself away to safety. And he gets himself out for that one. While the denial will happen over on Fader, he'll instantly buy back in an Owie. He gets the shackles over on Martum, and with the Eclipse damage, most of it gets into the Razor. Pardai jumps up commonly, again able to steal the Fissure. The Bone 7's right on top of him, gets the Hex, and they're going to beat him down with a mini-stun from the Lucent Beam. This game is over, man. This is Cloud9 running at the mid, or they in fact just kept that. The GG call comes up from Hani. The game was good, the game was golden, but the game belongs to Cloud9, at least the first game of this 2-game series.
GG.
I'm impressed by Cloud9's resolution to win this game, but at the same time, it really felt like Fnatic gave them this one.
Yeah, man, it was a sad game. It's a sad game. Like,
yeah.
This Razor, he had such a good start. Like 16 minutes ags with 20-minute ags with level 16. Like,
yep. But they couldn't
that
capitalize.
I mean, is there anybody? Has there like? I'm pretty sure there's been a game where like level 16 ags at 20 minutes.
And then you still
how
lose.
do you lose? How do you lose with that? It's so hard to lose with level 16 ags. It's this hero with level 16 and ags is like the god of Dota.
Well, Fnatic have a moment to cry. Cloud9 will have a moment to think about, well, what the hell, how the hell do they actually win that game? And they'll come back and get into both these teams to see who will come out on top in this 2-game series of C9 versus Fnatic. Stay tuned, we'll find out together.